Hey everybody, welcome to Gunny Rants. Today we're going to talk about I have a dream, now who do I put on my team? So you're looking for three different types of people. The first type is somebody who inspires you. Now they don't have to be direct reports. They may not even be part of the operational part of the team. But you should have a coach, a mentor, a pastor, somebody that naturally uplifts you, where you don't feel judged, where you can be yourself, and that can give you sound advice and direction. They have to be able to carry you through the dark days, because there will be challenges when you pursue your dream. We know that. There's always resistance when you try to grow. So find somebody who inspires you. The second type of person is somebody who is honest with you. Now it's great, you get all these compliments. Oh, you're God's gift to, whatever, leadership, whatever. Number one, you can't fall into the rut of believing all that stuff. I mean, the compliments are nice and you can thank people for the compliments. That's not what I'm talking about. I go by the theory of yesterday ended last night. So all my successes and all my failures were done with last night. What am I doing today? What have you done today? And so when you get somebody who's honest with you, when you have team members that, number one, you have to be approachable. When you have team members that'll come up to you and that they give you a good dose of reality, because most leaders initiate the dream. And sometimes we fall prey to the glass half full. You need somebody to question whether or not there's a glass and whether or not there's even water in that glass. You need somebody who's rooted and grounded in reality that'll put it back into your face. And you have to be able to have the hard conversations with them. So you argue points or maybe not argue, but are able to debate points without it getting into a full-fledged fight. And the third type of person you need on your team is somebody who complements your skill sets. We talk about this and I hammer it in because all too often, and I see it all the time, I see people hire themselves, right? Because what we do is we go for a job interview or you have an interview with somebody and you start building rapport with this person and they believe the same things you do and they have maybe some of the same experiences you do, maybe raised in the same town as you were. And what happens is if you're not careful, you hire yourself, maybe at a junior level, but you keep on hiring yourself. And so your company or those who are executing or the operational part of your dream all have the same weaknesses as you do. So you got to pull yourself back and look at, does this person's skill set complement mine? If you're a leader, maybe you need a good manager. Maybe if you can't multitask, that's a whole other conversation. I don't think very few people can actually multitask. I don't think the human brain's capable of it. But for argument's sake, let's say you can't multitask. Find somebody who doesn't mind juggling 4 or 5 or 6 balls up in the air, or if you can juggle 4 or 5, 6 balls up in the air, make sure you find somebody who's very task orientated, who's a linear thinker. B has to come after A and C has to come after B and D has to come after C. It might drive you insane, but what you'll find is your execution is going to be a lot smoother because when the whole team gets together and we all have skill sets that complement and mitigate our weaknesses, then you'll find in areas that normally you would struggle in, you're going to succeed in. Raising the leadership lid since 1775. Kenny's out.